Mr. President, how badly do we want to disenfranchise our local communities who already feel powerless to have any reasonable impact on both statewide and national policies that have serious ramifications on their own lives? In the quick committee hearing we did yesterday on these bills, far too short for something of this magnitude, which has the potential of remaking entire stretches of farmland and wilderness in my own district, it quickly descended into the comedy of the absurd. We discussed the specific protections, to use the term loosely, that local units of government and residents have against the state coming in and forcing them to allow vast solar arrays and wind farms within their precious communities. We talked about how an electric provider is required to hold a public meeting. He must notify the clerk about where this meeting is going to be held. It has to be published in the newspaper, and one thing after another. It was sort of nonsense. But what then? What then? Is not the outcome already predetermined? It was explained that there was a 4-month period of consideration. And if that didn't work, there was another 4-month period of consideration. And after all that time, if a community still doesn't want to improve such siting, the MPSC can come in and make its own decision. Mr. President, the emperor has no clothes. This type of community involvement is pretend. We are passing a law here that strips any reasonable local control over new facilities that can dramatically change communities for generations to come, but yet we've put in enough window dressing to make some of us feel better about what's happening. I'd rather this bill be presented honestly, with no pretense of local involvement, and just say to my communities that no matter what you decide, the state can do whatever it wants. Deal with it. At least it wouldn't be such an insult to all of our intelligence. And even more, let's be honest, that this bill package is not simply about clean energy as it's been billed. For if it was, it would not include language that forces an applicant to enter into an agreement with a labor organization regarding the construction of the facility. Is this really just about clean energy, or is it also a labor bill? If this were, as it's being sold, a simple clean energy bill, we would not also mandate that an applicant enter into an agreement that benefits a, quote, community-based organization spelled out in the bill as a workforce development organization, a labor union, a local government, a tribe, an environmental advocacy group, seriously? Or another organization representing underserved communities in a clean energy bill? I find it particularly appalling that people actually laughed because they knew it was true when it was pointed out in our committee that local communities have a say as long as they say yes. Even the representative from the MPSC chuckled because he knew that was true. There's nothing funny about this, and this effort does nothing but breed suspicion amongst my northern communities, areas people just love to visit, that what's really happening once again is people wanting to take whatever resources they can from us to feed their own insatiable desires and consumption. We work hard in our local communities and pay a high price to keep our region clean and beautiful and open for the rest of the state to enjoy. And all I ask is a simple respect to allow us to continue to do our duty without state bureaucracies pretending they know what's best when it comes to our own land use and permitting. Thank you.